Since its release, Final Fantasy IX has captivated players with its wonderfully developed characters, each embodying unique personalities and qualities that drive the narrative forward in a very special way. This incorporates diverse personalities that have resonated with players on emotional and intellectual levels for many, many years now. Final Fantasy IX is a true showcase of storytelling and character development, making it one of the most timeless classic stories in the Final Fantasy series, and of course, the world of games. So in today's video, I want to focus in on one of the characters from Final Fantasy IX, being Vivi, why he's so lovable, what makes him so important and so integral to the story, and why his stories will leave you with more questions than answers. Before we get to that though, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, because almost 90% of the people that watch my channel on a regular basis are not subscribed. So support your smaller content creators and hit the subscribe button. It really does make a difference. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Vivi and the character analysis in today's video. It's going to be a really interesting one, so let's get to it. Vivi's story is a profound exploration of identity, purpose, and morality. His journey from a naive and scared boy to a brave and thoughtful individual is one of the most compelling character arcs in the Final Fantasy series. So let's set the stage and give a brief rundown of the story of Final Fantasy IX from the eyes of Vivi. Vivi is introduced as a young and timid black mage who finds himself in the bustling city of Alexandria. He is in awe of the city and excited about the play I Want to Be Your Canary. Though unfortunately, when he shows his ticket at the booth, it's counterfeit. Shortly thereafter, he finds Puck, who helps him sneak into the show, and unsurprisingly, they're both caught and make a quick dash. Vivi gets ditched by Puck, ends up on stage, and all heck breaks loose. Vivi then finds himself aboard the theater ship before crash landing in the evil forest. Here the group faces immediate danger, and Vivi demonstrates his magical abilities to protect his new friends. This marks the beginning of Vivi's journey with Zidane and the others, setting off to discover more about himself and to help his new friends while doing so. Shortly after the events of the evil forest, the party finds themselves in the ice cavern. Now what's interesting here is the party is put to sleep, but Zidane wakes up and wanders off only to encounter someone that looks really similar to Vivi, Black Waltz number 1. So after a fight, the rest of the party wakes up and they continue off to the village of Dali. Here's where it gets really interesting for Vivi. He ends up getting taken underground to a production facility, one designed for creating black mages. Here he learns that he was created artificially. As you can imagine, this is really shocking for Vivi. This explains why Vivi had actually been taken. The villagers, I guess, assumed a black mage had wandered out of the facility somehow. Zidane and Garnet come to the rescue. After that, they attempt to jump on a cargo ship which is heading to Lindblum, where they're encountered by yet another strange-looking black mage, Black Waltz number 2. After the battle, they hop aboard to find the ship is being controlled by these black mages. Now, Vivi attempts to talk to them, but none of them will reply. It's actually pretty sad. Soon after that, Black Waltz number 3 comes aboard, and interestingly enough, the Black Mage clones appear to intercept Black Waltz number 3, but unfortunately get cast aside, thrown overboard, and destroyed. It's a real tearjerker of a moment, partnered with the music that plays during the scene. Vivi is obviously feeling the weight of his existence, so you can surely understand where he's at this moment. Is he similar to the empty-minded clones? What makes him different? And why is he aware and the others are not? The game really gets you thinking by this point. You fight Black Waltz number 3, and after an epic cutscene, you lose him and carry on with your journey. Now, I gotta say, just as a side note, this is one of my favorite cutscenes back in the day. I love the CG of this game. It's great. It's timeless. After meeting up with Cid, Zidane's lost friend Freya, and the Festival of the Hunt, a soldier from the kingdom of Bermesia, barely hanging on, drags himself into the room and claims that the kingdom had been attacked by an army of mages wearing pointy hats. It's getting more interesting now because we know of the existence of clones, and it appears now that some of them are being used for war. Now, there's a bit of a jump in the story events here just in an effort to continue focusing on Vivi's point of view. The party eventually finds that the mysterious Kuja is behind the production of the Black Mages. After traveling to Kondapiti and getting a tip about Black Mages being nearby, the party finds a hidden settlement where other sentient Black Mages live peacefully in Black Mage Village. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the climax of the Black Mage / Vivi storyline. It seems that Black Mages similar to Vivi have awoken after fleeing from Alexandria with the intent to live out the remainder of their lives in peace. After speaking with Black Mage number 288, Vivi learns about the limited lifespan of Black Mages, which is roughly about a year. This knowledge is both heartbreaking and enlightening, as it gives Vivi a new perspective on life and mortality. He grapples with his existence and what it means to truly live. All of this while conversing at the cemetery of the town, pondering the nature of existence, life, and death. For the sake of time in the video here, the party saves the world. I mean, come on, you already know how this goes, but there's one last moment, kind of a tidy ending. It ends with the play of I Want to Be Your Canary. Every other character shows up at the end, all but one. But in his place are a bunch of other Vivis, implying that more black mages had been able to be created. But it's a bit of a plot hole here, because if you know Final Fantasy IX, you know that mages were created with mist, and after the Aoife tree was destroyed, the potential for more mages was all but ruined. So it kind of makes you wonder how they got there. But aside from that, there's a monologue here which is meant to be read from the perspective of Vivi. Now, judging by this, in the inclusion of the other Vivis, our beloved hero and friend had expired, and the monologue here was his farewell. I'm sorry, but if you're not ugly crying here, you're not human.
Hang on, before we get any further, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because just under 90% of the people that watch my channel regularly are not subscribed. So if you like JRPG content, Final Fantasy content, and this particular video today, kind of like an in-depth character analysis, consider subscribing and liking the video. Anyway, let's keep going.
Now, the story of Vivi is deep, and it's different than your average cliche Final Fantasy hero, save the world kind of good guy. It's more thought-provoking in nature. So I want to go over a couple key points that I think really highlight Vivi as a character and Vivi's character development. Vivi begins the game as a shy and innocent character, marked by a profound curiosity about the world around him. His initial wonder and amazement, seen when he sneaks into the theater to watch a play, really highlight the childlike innocence and lack of worldly experience. Vivi's gentle nature and timidity make him endearing, but also really underscore his vulnerability. He trusts others easily and views the world with a sense of wonder, which really sets the stage for his subsequent character development. In the village of Dali, Vivi learns that he is one of the many mass-produced black mages created as weapons for the Queen's army. This is a profound shock to Vivi, who had previously been unaware of his artificial nature and the predetermined purpose of his existence. The realization that he is essentially a manufactured being designed for warfare is going to plunge anybody into an existential crisis. Vivi grapples with the knowledge of his creation and the fact that he, like the other black mages, have a limited lifespan, and some don't even get to see it out fully. The existential crisis of Vivi is deepened when he encounters other black mages at the Black Mage Village. These mages, who have also started to awaken to their individuality, face similar struggles with their identity and morality. Seeing others like himself, Vivi is forced to confront the harsh realities of his existence. This shared struggle among the black mages amplifies Vivi's internal conflict and pushes him to seek answers about life, death, and his purpose. And this is probably the deepest point for me anyway. I often find myself questioning why. Why am I here? For what purpose? Who created me? Not only that, understanding that there's a finish line to all of this. We don't exist forever. And it's important to make the most of what we have now, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Time is a gift. Getting older is a gift. Living each day as it's our last is a great way to erase the complacency that some of us might be in the midst of, and maybe not even aware of it. Piggybacking off the points of self-reflection, Vivi's growth is significantly influenced by his relationships with the other characters, particularly Zidane. Zidane's optimistic and adventurous spirit helps Vivi gain confidence and a sense of belonging. Through their friendship, Vivi begins to see himself as more than a weapon, finding value in his individuality and the experiences he shares with his friends. The support and acceptance from Garnet, Steiner, and the rest of the party really help Vivi develop a sense of self-worth. When Vivi understands his worth, he begins to understand and accept his existence. He's found his place and begins to embrace his why. He fights for his friends. It's powerful stuff. And through finding his why, he's able to become more assertive to the injustices of the world, shifting from timid and shy to brave and strong, showing a sense of responsibility and maturity. This kind of doubles up on the points of self-reflection, but as the story progresses, Vivi comes to terms with his morality and the reality of his existence. He gains almost like a philosophical understanding of life, appreciating the value of the moments that he has and the relationships that he's built. This acceptance is poignantly reflected in his return to Black Mage Village, where he interacts with the other black mages and tries to help them find peace. His transformation from a naive and lost individual to a character of profound depth and wisdom is really complete, as he accepts his origins and mortality with a sense of peace. Vivi's journey leaves a lasting impact on his friends. I mean, it's hard not to admire the growth and courage that he's developed over the course of the story. His story inspires others to reflect on their own lives and choices, and that shouldn't be limited to the characters of the game either. By the end of the game, Vivi has transformed into a character full of heartfelt wisdom and depth and emotion and just awareness of his why. His final message, the monologue that is shown during the end of the game, it really underscores the themes of acceptance and the value of life, no matter how fleeting. So that's Vivi. I hope you got some sort of takeaway from the video today. It's a very introspective topic, but I really enjoy it. It's really great food for thought. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Hit the video here to check out some more content. And don't forget to check the links down below for my brand new turn-based podcast focusing on JRPG related content. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon.